Alright, hello, good morning children. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Welcome back to a session with me. I'm your host Abdul Rahman, and let's go through the work today. Today, as you know, as I already told you in the group before, we'll be looking at activity 7 of your part 1 paper. Activity 7, as I have given in the description of this particular video, I have told you that it has to do with extracting information. Right? Read and extract the information that you need. That is what you have to do in this case. So your basic requirements in this case are you should know what, when, where, these sort of things. For example, the question formats. WH questions, what does it mean when you say what, when, where, why, whose and whom. So with this knowledge you could be able to do the stuff. So let's go into our work today. Right, my dear children, first of all, if you would like to visit our academy, the main page is very colorful. You can go to this particular site, which is sites.google.com/weave/Winhance Academy. And when you go to that page, you will be able to see something similar to this, which is here, right? Something which is similar to this, which is where you can find all our videos and our resources that we give. It's quite a page that you should check out and see whatever the courses that we have, our uploads in YouTube. These are arranged according to the test. For example, after test number 1, test number 2, 3, 4 and so on. And there are two things here. You can just click on to these things. For example, you have the 2016 O-level paper, 17 and 18 as well as 19. This is a copy from Donates.lk, the official publication departments of Sri Lanka, Department of Examinations. So I have got those copies as well. So you can go through this stuff and be resourceful in this case, right? And another thing is, you can even go to our YouTube page. You can just simply click here, visit us in YouTube, and it will directly take you to our page, which is youtube.com/Winhance Academy. So that is also a page where you can benefit. And some of you had asked, for example, you can see here there are 7 people watching right now the video. So you can say live now, how many people are watching the video and stuff like that. And also you have the videos here. Whatever the videos that we upload will come together in this case. And also the playlists are also given here. I suggest when you go through, dear children, you can see I have created different playlists. For example, you have your G.C.E O-level live sessions are in a separate playlist, and the English for a month is in a separate playlist. So remember to join the class, give it a subscribe, just like our videos, and get to know the stuff as well, right? Okay, let's go through our work today, which is this. This is what we are going to study. All right. I'm going to start off with a very simpler topic, which is here. With WH questions and stuff like that, we are going to see how we are going to do this stuff, right? Because when it comes to reading, my dear children, as even though it is a very basic skill that you have to master in your language, may it be Sinhala, Tamil or English, as a native speaker you should be able to read stuff quite fluently. For example, let's go through one activity so that you can understand this type, right? Look at this particular activity. I'm going to start with this, which is Japanese people can be described using several words. Okay, they are polite, clean, kind, intelligent, hardworking, respectful and punctual. You get this passage in grade 8. Okay, if you take a grade 8 book, grade 8 pupils book in English, you might get the same passage. Okay, and they say Japanese people can be described using several words. For example, polite, clean, kind, intelligent, hardworking, respectful, and those sort of things. Now this is a small tip, my dear children. Suppose that you don't know the meaning of the word intelligent and you would like to know what it means in Tamil or Sinhala, right? But you do not have a dictionary at the moment. So these are the things that you have. You want to know what is the meaning of the word intelligent in this case, but you do not possess a dictionary. So what can you do? Do you want to go to internet and download a dictionary and do those stuff, or is there any simpler way? In Google Play Store you can find an app by the name of Translate, Google Translate, right? Or you can go to your website. In this case, this is the website that I have put down so that you will be able to get translate.google.com. I have visited that website right now, and here you can type the word intelligent. Okay, when you type the word intelligent, and you can choose the language from here, whatever the language that you want to. If it is Tamil, Sinhala, it doesn't matter. For example, when you click intelligent, you will say the different meanings. Nunnarivulla, Arivuthiran Vaayinda. So this is an adjective, right? Or Puttisali, as in Tamil. If you want to get in Sinhala, you can choose Sinhala as well in this case. Here Sinhala here, and it will translate it to Sinhala, Buddhimat. So when you say intelligent, it means Buddhimat. You can get both the translations here. So that is a small tip for you children. So those of you who want to get the stuff and understand the stuff, you can understand these passages quite easily, because this has to do with your vocabulary, right? And they say that their trains are among. Among is, as you know, a preposition. The world's most punctual. Punctual means on time, right? With an average delay of 18 seconds. So they speak about Japanese people here, and they give you the qualities of Japanese people. They are polite, they are clean, they are kind, they are intelligent, they are hardworking, they are respectful, they are punctual. These are all the qualities of Japanese people. And they speak about their trains as well. Their trains are also very punctual, okay, which means they come on time and they leave on time, and the average delay is 18 seconds. So just compare Japan and Sri Lanka at this moment, not everything, but just about the railway department. Do you think our trains, when you say that you have a train at 2:30, is it exactly at 2:30? No, sometimes it will be at 2:45, sometimes it will be something else. So the delay is quite vast, right? But if you look at Japan, they have an average delay of only 18 seconds. Remember, it's very small. One of the trains has a speed of nearly 500 kilometers per hour. So you know that there are like Concorde trains and like electric trains that go on use maglev technology. So these things have like 500 kilometers per hour speed. So they are very fast. And they speak about their other qualities as well. For example, they say they are also intelligent and hardworking. Now you can see the same words are repeated here. It doesn't matter. They have access to amazing technology. What is access? So access means they can use, which means they have invented this technology and they know how to use this stuff. They have it with them. So amazing technology. For example, they say, this is a very old passage. Ken's father has a waterproof mobile phone. So everybody has a waterproof mobile phone right now. But remember, this particular person's this particular passage is a very old one. So they say that his father has a waterproof mobile phone. My friend even told me that there is a building with a highway passing through it. Now you can see there are different highways in Sri Lanka. You have the Galle to Matara, and then Matara, Galle, Matara, Colombo. This highway is there. Then you have the Kottava highway. So you have different highways in Sri Lanka, right, where you go and the roads are straight and stuff like that. You just press your pedal and boom, it goes. And but none of the highways go through a building in Sri Lanka. But in Japan, they say that there is a highway that goes through the buildings. According to Ken, Japanese people are very strong-willed. So strong will should be one of the characteristics of you children. Strong will means you should be willing to do anything that you want to. You should be confident that you can achieve these things. So remember, they are very strong will. So, and they say that they experience nearly 1500 earthquakes a year. So what are earthquakes? Bhuhambam, Bhumikampa. You know these words, right? So earthquakes. So they get like 1500 earthquakes per year. So in this case, my dear children, remember, even though they are affected by earthquakes and they have tsunamis and stuff like that, they are very strong will. Whenever they fall, they raise up, they raise themselves up, and then they do their work as normal. Now let's go through the questions, right? So this is what you have to get the idea for. Name two qualities of Japanese people. They are just asking two qualities. So there are a lot of qualities that you can underline from here. For example, polite, clean, kind, intelligent, hardworking, respectful, punctual. These are all their qualities, right? You can just write one. I'm sorry, you can write two, right? You can say clean and kind and intelligent, hardworking and respectful, punctual and respectful. Whatever that you want to, you can write here, right? Second one, what is the average delay in Japanese trains? What is the average delay? We have given you. The average delay is what? 18 seconds. So when writing, you do not have to write the whole passage. You can just write one word here. 18 is enough, or you can write 18 seconds. 18 simple is, which is seconds, as you know, as you have studied in science and other subjects as well. How you write these seconds? State a technological achievement. Mention here. State means you just have to write the achievement, right? So you can say a waterproof mobile phone. They say that they have amazing technology. For example, a waterproof mobile phone, that is one. Or you can say a building with a highway passing through it. So these are two things as said here. You can write anyone. According to the speaker's friend Ken, who is strong-willed? So if you find this word strong-willed, you can see that Japanese people are very strong-willed. So you can write Japanese people, that is enough. Find synonyms. So synonyms means similar words. You should have to get the idea as well. When you say synonyms, it means similar words. For example, I write it here. Synonyms and then antonyms. You will find these words, especially when you want to describe passages and paragraphs and stuff like that. Synonyms have a same meaning. You can write synonyms, right? So you can write similar words in this case. Similar words in the name have same meaning. So what are antonyms? Different words or you can say have different meaning, right? So for example, let's do some synonyms here just to refresh your mind. When you say pretty, it also means beautiful, right? You can say pretty and beautiful are synonyms in this case. And when you want to say antonyms, you can say beautiful. What is the opposite of beautiful? You can say ugly, right? So these are some of the examples that I have given you, just a few, so that you might get the concept of what is what and what is not. So remember that, children. Synonyms have same meanings, antonyms have different meanings, right? First one, pure. What is something very similar to pure? Pure means something that is clean. So you can find the word clean here, right? Resistant. So you have heard the word water resistant watchers. Water resistant means there will be no water that is going into it, right? So resistant means it will stop something, it will proof something. So you can say resistant means proof here, right? Find antonyms. Antonyms means opposite. When you say fragile, I can give you an example. Glass is very fragile. So when you drop the glass onto the floor, it will break into many pieces. So glass is quite fragile. So what is that you mean when you say fragile? Fragile means which breaks easily, breakable easily. So it is very weak. So what is the opposite or the antonym of fragile? You can say strong. You can get that word here, strong. Stupid. Stupid means somebody who doesn't have any brain. For example, you tell somebody to do something, they do the exact opposite. They act like a fool. So being foolish. So the opposite of stupid in this case is intelligent, right? So this is a very small passage for you to go through as comprehension with me. So I just started off with this because when we go into our paper, things might change. Let's hope for the best, and let's go into our paper now. Right, I'm going to start with 2016 as usual. You can look at this particular stuff, right? They say read the passage and answer the questions given to you. Read the passage. They say about a headache. That is the title of this story. One day a man went to see a doctor in a hurry. So what do you mean when you say hurry? Hurry means fast. It's very urgent. For example, if you want to go to the washroom or the toilet or the bathroom, whatever that you call, you are in a hurry. You can't stay and go very slowly. Sometimes you might have to run, right? So it means hurry. Hurry means that you do not have time to waste. For example, you might want to catch a bus and the bus is at 7:30 and in the morning, but you are getting ready at 7:25. So you are in a hurry. That means you want to do things very fast. So he rushed into the doctor's clinic. Rushed means go very fast and just blast inside. Okay, so he ran into the doctor's clinic, something like that. But was disappointed. What was disappointed? To find the doctor was away. What was disappointed means he was not happy. He was quite sad. So disappointed means you can't say sad, but he had a down feeling. He was a downer. Suppose that you want to catch a bus and you just run to the bus at the moment the bus is full and there is no seat. So you are disappointed. Sometimes you go early if you want to catch a bus, let's say for example, and when you go early and you get onto the bus, you think, okay, I'm very early, I will get the seats, but there are no seats. You want a window seat, but you do not get a window seat. So you are quite disappointed. So you get the idea, right? And he was disappointed to find the doctor was away. Doctor was away means he is not inside his clinic. He has gone somewhere. His assistant was seated on a chair, fast asleep. So the doctors have assistants, right? When you want to go and take medicine from clinic, they usually have some girls or ladies as assistant. But in this case, it is not a lady, it's a gent. We can see that. Was seated. He was seated on a chair. Fast asleep means he was sleeping and he was in a dream world. Fast asleep. So you can't wake him. There were no patients waiting to consult the doctor. So at that moment, were there any patients? No. He was the only person and there was nobody waiting there to see the doctor or consult the doctor. When the man approached the assistant, approach means he came to the assistant. The assistant is seated behind the counter. So when the man came close to the assistant, he woke up. Because when you come in, you will make some sounds like when you walk and when you want to make some stuff, you can pat with your hand or you can walk a little bit louder. So when the man approached the assistant woke up, looked at the man and asked. So what did he do first? He woke up, then he looked at the man and asked, what do you want? He was asking, what do you want? Okay. So he is asking, why did you come here? So the man said, I want something for a very bad headache. So he says, I want something. It can be a medicine, or it can be a balm, it can be an ointment, it can be a capsule, it can be a cream, whatever, I don't know. Give me something for a very bad headache. So he has some pains or some pain in his head. Okay, said the man, who seemed to be very anxious. Anxious means nervous. He don't know what to do. He is very troubled, right? So sometimes when the people come to the doctor, and when you have gone to clinic, you will see some people will be seated calmly, the others will be standing, walking, looking up and down. Their faces will be changed. It's like they have committed a big sin or something like that, right? So that sort of a feeling is known as anxious. Suppose that you have done an examination. Let's say that you have done your O-level examination, and inshallah I hope that everybody gets very good passes in English, and they are announcing that your results will be out very soon, and at that moment at 12 o'clock or something, you are very anxious. You want to go to the washroom, then you want to go and pray. At the same time, you want to pray to God and say, oh God, give me some good results and stuff like that. You want to do a lot of things at the moment, right? So when you say anxious, that is the feeling. You do not know what to do. The assistant, an elderly man, elderly means he is quite old, he is not a young man, said, please sit on this chair. So the assistant calmly stood up and said, okay, sit here, sit on this chair. Then he took a bottle from the shelf. So then what did he do? On the shelf there are a lot of things. So he took a bottle from the shelf there, held it under the man's nose and opened it. Something like, for example, if you are Sri Lankan, you will know what do. They have this Siddha Lepa bottle or Axoil or something like that. When you have a headache, they say, okay, breathe this one, and they give it, and you have to keep it on the nose and you have to inhale it. Okay, so similarly he took some bottled medicine and opened it and kept it under the man's nose. So when you keep under somebody's nose, it's obvious that you will smell it, right? So the smell was so strong, it was a very strong smell, that tears came into the man's eyes. The smell was very strong. For example, sometimes when you eat some hot food that has a lot of chili and masala and stuff like that, you will really cry. The reason is it's very strong. So similarly, because of the smell of the menthol and stuff like that, tears came into the man's eyes and it ran down his cheeks. He was not crying, but tears came to his eyes and it was running down. Why did you do that? The man said angrily. So the man was very angry. He asked, why did you do that? He was demanding. As soon as he could get back his breath. When did he ask? When he has cried and when he could like regain his consciousness and stuff like that, he asked, why did you do that? Then the assistant, what did he say? The medicine has cured your headache. Hasn't it? He is asking. This medicine has cured. That means you don't have your headache now, right? Hasn't it? So he is asking indirectly, right? You have taken this medicine. Now you don't have any headache. So he is just asking the person. So said the assistant. The man said, you fool, you stupid person. It is my wife who has the headache, not me. So he is telling, I do not have a headache, you idiot. It is my wife who has the headache. So obviously the man goes to the doctor so that he can get some medicine for his wife, not him. But the assistant, who is not a doctor and who was sleeping at that moment, thought this man has the headache, right? So this is a very small passage, and let's go through the answers very quickly. Who? So it's a person, right? Who did the man see at the doctor's place? The doctor's assistant. It's not the doctor, right? What did the assistant ask the man to do? What did the assistant say at first? Sit on the chair. So you can say, please sit on this chair. Or you can say, the assistant asked the man to sit on the chair. Why did tears come to the man's eyes? So why were there tears in the man's eyes? You can say, the smell was strong. That's enough. You don't have to write a lot of things. The smell was strong. That's okay. Write the sentence which says that the man did not have a headache. So what is the sentence that says, it is my wife Who has the headache? Not me. Finally, underline the correct answer. The assistant was attentive, alone, talking when the man entered the clinic. So when the man came to the clinic, you could see the assistant was sleeping and there was nobody in the clinic. Nobody waiting to see the doctor. So was he attentive at the moment? No, he was sleeping. Was he talking to somebody? No. So he was alone. That means he was one and only. There is nobody there. One thing that I see that a lot of students make a mistake in when answering question number 7, even though you know how to answer, is you write the whole sentence, you copy from the a passage and put it here. For example, who did the man see at the doctor's place? Sometimes you will write like this: his assistant was fast asleep on his chair, something like that. So you will get 0 marks for that. Remember, we expect you to read this passage, understand this passage and write the answer, not copy paste. But when should you copy paste? When you have something like write the sentence or state the sentence or quote, something like that, only you have to answer. So remember children, when answering for test number 7 and also test number 13, I'll write that as well. When we do test number 13, you will understand. Write short answers, first one. Second one, you have to look for the size of the blank. Look for the size of the blank, because nowadays, to make it easy for you, they give a particular blank. There's a space. You have to write the answer within that space only. So if you write a long answer, you will not find enough space for that. So write short answer. Do not copy and paste from the passage unless you are asked to do that. They will say quote the sentence or state the sentence or write the sentence or something like that, or write the phrase. So if they ask you, only then, if and only if then, you have to use that. Else, do not copy paste, write only the short answer, right? Let's go for 2017 now. Now look, 16 the passage was quite smaller, right? In 17 it has become quite a bit large. But the answers format, you can see here, you have to write some full answers you are expected to write, but here the blanks are made smaller and there are a lot of underlining as well. There are 2 underlining stuff and the others are quite easy, right? So let's go through this quite fast so that you might have time to do the others as well. Vikum and Harshal were the best of friends. They are very good friends until a misunderstanding made them drift apart. So what is misunderstanding? As friends, my dear children, you will have lot of friends. You will have small arguments. For example, sometimes your friend will bring something like, let's say, the macaroni or something to the class, and he or she did not give you. So you are like very angry. Okay, from tomorrow I am not going to speak to you. I will bring macaroni, I will not give to you, and you have these fights, like silly fights and stuff like that. Those things, like after like 2-3 days you become best mates again and it goes on and stuff like that. So those are like small fights that you should have with your friends. Not that you should not, but you should have with your friends, because it makes life more colorful. It creates memories. But when you say a misunderstanding, it's something different. For example, let's say that one of your friend or one of your good friends, what he did was he has mistakenly taken your book to his house. Not on purpose, but he has taken your writing book, English writing book, to your house, and he has kept it somewhere and he has forgotten about that and he don't know where it is. So you are searching the whole school, you are asking the teachers, you are crying in the school, whatever, and he doesn't know that he has taken the book. But what happens is, you go to his house after like 1 or 2 months and suddenly you find the book. and you think, okay, you have not asked, you think, alright, this friend has stolen my book and he is very jealous. So is it a good way to understand a friend? No, that is a misunderstanding, because what happened, he has accidentally taken the book and gone. But in this case, what you did was, you thought that he has stolen the book. So this is a misunderstanding. So similarly, Vikum and Harsha, they had a small misunderstanding and they drifted apart. So usually it happens in sometimes you will be very best friends when you are in grade 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and suddenly in grade 10 something happens and you misunderstand stuff and then you drift apart. So you will be in one corner with some girls or boys and the other corner with some boys or girls, right? So they are misunderstanding and they have drifted apart. Their classmates Sajani, Hiruni and Lahiru wanted them to be friends again. So this is what happens when two best friends collide and separate. They will choose some friends to be their partners. So they have a very hard time coping, because they will, these new friends, you have to make them understand your language. For example, here Bikum will be telling what he has, what he does not have, his fitness, everything to Sajani, Hiruni and Lahiru, and they will be bored but gifted. You can see that. Sometimes I see in this class there are like two girls or two boys who are sitting together and they will always be giggling and laughing and doing the things, but essentially when you ask what they are doing and laughing about, and when they say the joke, it is not a joke at all. It is not a joke, believe me, it's nothing of a joke. But the friend will understand that, he will have a different perspective, right? So these are what makes best friends special, right? Good, let's come back. They tried hard but nothing worked. So what did they do? They tried to make them friends again. If you had watched Harry Potter movies, you will see that there are two people, right? Ron Weasley and Harry Potter, and there is like Hermione Granger as well. So in one part, Ron Weasley and Harry Potter, these two people, they drift apart. They do not become good friends. Maybe in I think maybe in the fourth one, Goblet of Fire, maybe that series is very old, and Hermione is the person who is in the middle, who wants to make them friends again and stuff like that. So it did not work anyway, right? Let's come back. One day Lahiru suggested a bike race, because he knew that Vikum and Harsha loved bike racing. So one day Lahiru suggested, like he suggested, okay, why don't you have a bike race? Why did he do that? Because Vikum, Harsha, both of them loved bike racing. They like to go and like to perform or love to race on their bikes. So he met the two angry birds, because they are angry with others, right? So he is calling the best friends as angry birds and asked them to take part in the race. They said, okay, then why don't you come and race? Vikum said, alright, I am ready to face the challenge. He is saying, okay, right, I am ready and let's do this. They were to meet at the school playground the following Saturday. So the next Saturday, they had to go to the school playground and it was organized there. Vikum checked his old bike to make sure everything was alright. So what did Vikum do? He checked his old bike and he wanted to make sure that everything was alright. There was no problem and stuff like that. Harsha did nothing. Harsha, did he do anything to the bike? No, he did not check or anything. Why did he not do? His bike was a brand new one. He had a new bike, brand new something bike. So he did not check. So he thought nothing would go wrong. He said, okay, nothing will go wrong. I would definitely win this stuff because my bike is no problem, right? So he was thinking like that. He wanted to defeat Vikum. He think, okay, with this challenge I will win. I will put you down, you lose. So he was thinking all these crazy ideas in his head. And after all, he was his rival. Rival means sort of like an enemy. So the best friends have become enemies now. Vikum and Harsha arrived at the playground. So both of them came to the playground. Arrived means came, right? All their friends were there, right? The friends are ready and the friends are there. And Lahiru shouted, ready, steady, go. So it's like starting a race and both of them on the straight line. And they said, okay, you have to go from here to there and you organize the stuff. And they said, ready, steady, go. And the two boys began to pedal. They started pedaling very hard because they want to win the race. They want to show who is the best. Suddenly, that means there was a loud noise. The noise was very loud. It was a big noise, you can say, but usually we say loud noise. The chain had fallen off of Harsha's bike. Now you can see Harsha had a brand new bike, right? But it has fallen off right now because he did not check for errors and stuff like that. What did his friend do? Vikum, now those who were called the Angry Birds, he stopped paddling. So paddling is what you do with a bike. Okay, he stopped that and turned back to help Harsha. So he came back and tried to help Harsha. Then the friends came running. So after that only the friends came running. Vikum and Harsha were laughing and hugging each other. Now these were the, what do you call, best friends. Then they became enemies, but they are laughing and hugging each other. Like they are like, who is the loser? Ask Hiruni, giggling. So Hiruni is the friend and she is like starting to laugh from within. So she is asking, who is the loser? So now what did Lahiru say? No losers, both are winners. Why in this case? Maybe they did not finish the race, but they have achieved their goal. So the goal was to make sure they become good friends. So similarly children, sometimes you will lose stuff where you will lose something, but ultimately you will win the ultimate prize. For example, let's say that your focus is to get good marks in, let's say, in G.C.E O-level English paper. So when you do these activities, my dear children, sometimes you will not get the marks that you expected, because you should get 5 marks, but maybe you get 1 mark or 2 mark and stuff like that. But when you keep on practice harder, when you keep on practicing like harder, and when you visit these classes regularly and try to improve your English and stuff like that, finally at the end it will reward you in your G.C.E O-level examination. So that is similar to this, right? Okay, the first one, what made the good friends drift apart? So you can say a misunderstanding, or you can say misunderstanding. Both answers are correct. Who were the 2 angry birds? So Lahiru was telling 2 angry birds, right? Who are they? One is Vikum, the other is Harsha. So if you write only Vikum, or if you write only one word, only one name, you can, if you write Vikum, or if you write only Harsha, you will not get marks. So remember that. You have to write Vikum and Harsha. And next one, write the sentence which says the 2 boys became friends again. So when you want to write the sentence, the full sentence should be there. Copy paste this sentence. Vikum and Harsha were laughing and hugging each other. It should be there. If not, you will not get marks. Remember that. Next one, hearing a loud noise, Vikum, what did he do? He fell off his bike, went to help Harsha, started pedaling faster. Let's say that both of you want to go on a race, and especially it happens with boys. What happens is, when they are on the race, they start paddling, and suddenly what happens is one person falls down. What do? You paddle fast and go and win the prize, and then come back and say, oh sorry Machan, I could not come and help you, because I was in the race, and I'm in the race, you know me. So these things are like bullshit, to be honest. So remember, if one of your friend is in trouble, you may be in a race, or you may be walking, you may be writing, it doesn't matter, go and help him or her. Remember that, because you are a friend. That is what a friend is for. A friend in need is a friend indeed. If you cannot help your friend when he or she is in a particular problem, you are no friend at all, you are useless. So remember children, when you have a problem and you are facing with a problem, think of the people who really care for you and help you. They are your friends. People sometimes become friends because of money. When you have money, you become friends and stuff like that. So those are not friends, right? So let's come back. Hearing a loud noise, Vikum went to help Harsha. You have to underline this. The word challenge means what? Is it easy, tiring, or difficult? Challenge is a difficult task, because when you have a race, for example, passing your G.C.E O-level examination with 9 A's is a challenge. Challenge means it is difficult, but if you try hard and work hard, obviously you will be able to get the stuff. Now look at 2018. It has become quite a bigger one. It was much bigger than the previous one. Let's go through this one as well, a bit faster than the earlier one, right? The pupils stopped talking as Miss Yapa entered the classroom. So this happens with you also. Pupils means students, right? So this is a term that you can use for students as well. For example, you can say pupils book. That means students book, right? Pupils stopped talking as Miss Yapa entered the classroom. So Miss Yapa, maybe she is the new teacher. She came into the classroom and the students stopped talking. That happens when some new teacher comes into the classroom. The students will stop talking. But if the teacher is quite old, you know them, right? Because if the teacher has been with you for a long time, sometimes when they come, you will be still talking. They will say, stand up children, sit down children, be silent children, everything will be told to you, and you will still be chatting about the serial or whatever the channel or the movie that you saw last day, right? Anyway, they stood up and greeted. So these are good children, like you. They say, and then they stood up and greeted. What did they say? Good morning, teacher. Miss Yapa smiled. Smile is not laughing. You know what smile is, right? Because you would have used these emojis when you are sending WhatsApp messages to everybody. A smile is essentially something that you do with your mouth closed, not opening your mouth and saying ha ha ha. No, it's not Johnny yes papa. Smiling is like you just show your lips only, you just curl your lips, and greeted them back. And what did the teacher say? Good morning children. That is what you say, greeted them back, and asked the children to sit down. Then what did she say? She said, good morning children, please sit down. There were 30 pupils in the class. So how many students are there? 30. All the pupils were watching her intently. Intently means attentively, giving attention. There was no silence. Everybody was watching at the teacher. So when you say intently, they were like looking at her and thinking, okay, what is the teacher going to say? Is she going to call out my name? Is she going to punish us? What is she going to do? So they were watching her intently, waiting to know her name. So they wanted to know her name. I suppose you want to know my name, she said. So she thinks, right? But before she could tell them, someone called out, you are Miss Yapa. Everybody laughed, including Miss Yapa. So as a new teacher comes, what do? Do you gossip, right? Because your children, you will try to say, who is that new person coming into the classroom? What is his name? Where is he from? You get sometimes the correct news, and most of the time you get some news that is not correct at all, right? So suppose a new teacher comes to the class and before she introduces, so somebody is shouting, you are Miss Yapa. Everybody laughed, including Miss Yapa. So what did she say? News travels quickly. Because if something happens in the school, everybody knows before the teacher knows. Suppose in the class, one girl or one boy has fallen down, the teacher may not know, but the whole school knows, because the teacher will be essentially in the staff room or somewhere. So news travels quickly. Miss Yapa opened the attendance register. So you have the register and call their names in turn. For example, you will start calling like Abdul, Ahmad, Muhammad, so they will say present or something like that. When she came to the last name on the list, Naveen, she noticed that he had been absent for over a month. So when on the last there was a name by the name Naveen, and he was marked absent for more than a month. So what's the matter with Naveen? Asked the teacher. So a girl on the front row is telling, Naveen has been ill and is still in hospital. So their friend Naveen, where is he now? In the hospital, because he is sick. He is having some illness. So did you all go to see him? Asked the teacher. No one replied. Did you all go to see him? No one replied. That means nobody has gone to see Naveen in the hospital. So they have forgotten about Naveen in this case. It was time to start the lesson. So the people started shouting, because they are small children like you. Please tell us a story. They have forgotten about Naveen already. No. First of all, I want you to write letters to your friend Naveen. We will send the best ones to cheer him up in hospital. I'll tell you a story later. So Miss Yapa is telling, okay, no. First of all, take out a piece of paper and a pen and write a letter to Naveen in the hospital. We will select the ones that are very good, very colorful, and that is very emotional, and that will make him happy, and we will send that to Naveen. After that, you can listen to the story, right? So what were the pupils doing before Miss Yapa entered the classroom? They were talking, right? You can say talking, chatting, that's enough. How many pupils were there in the classroom? 30, T-H-I-R-T-Y. You could see that. Complete the sentence. The pupils wanted the teacher to what? Tell a story. That's what they are telling. Please tell us a story, right? So the pupils wanted the teacher to tell a story. Write the line which says that Naveen would receive letters from his classmate. Write the line. So what is the line that says we will send the best ones to cheer him up in hospital? That is the line. So you have to write the full line. So when they tell you write the line, quote the sentence, or state from the graph, or copy from the paragraph, you have to do what they tell you. Let's just copy and paste. If not, don't do that. Finally, what do you mean when you say intently? We just told you, intently means is it by chance or silently? No, attentively, right? So that is your paragraph for 2018. Our final paragraph for today is 2019. You could see, children, the paragraph has become much larger in this case. But do not worry, even though the paragraph is large, you have a huge advantage, not a big one, a huge one. I'll tell you what it is when you scroll down, right? Read the passage and answer the questions. We are going to start. It was a beautiful, warm Saturday in October. So October is which month? Is it the first month or the second or the third? No, it's nothing, right? It is 10th, right? 10th month. So some of you might be feeling very happy because in October 6th in 2020, most probably you will get your holidays again. So our school haven't started yet, and we are speaking about holidays as well, right? So have a good time, my dear children. Warm Saturday in October, and Sun and his family had decided to have a picnic. So they want to go out, they want to have their lunch or breakfast outside, and they want to have some fun outside, entertain themselves, look at and enjoy the nature. So they want to go out. So most of you might have gone picnics. So what happened? Sanani was helping her mother. She was helping her mother. Why? To get the picnic table ready. So when they have gone out and they are on the grass in nature in somewhere on a field, and they have taken a foldable table, and she is helping her mother to make or get the picnic table ready. So why? For their lunch. They are going to have the lunch when the two of her married sisters arrive. So she has some elder sisters and both of them are married. Okay, so they have come here for their picnic. Happy birthday, mother, they said as they handed over their brightly colored birthday presents. What did they say at first? Happy birthday, mother, right? Now you have understood. During this stuff, they have come out, and that is the birthday of their mother. So they said happy birthday, mother, and they handed over. That means they gave their gifts or presents. So you can see the color is brightly colored birthday present. That means they have used some very colorful wrapping. You have wrapping paper, gift paper, they have put very colorful and given. Sanuni had totally forgotten. So Sanuni, what happened? She has forgotten about her mother's birthday and stuff like that. That it was her mother's 54th birthday. So mother is turning 54 plus now, and she has forgotten about that. So mother is old. She quickly decided to find a present. So what did she do? Okay, she thought, okay, right, now I want to find a present for my mother. I have forgotten, it doesn't matter. That would show her mother how much she loved. So she wanted to show her love to her mother through a present. She ran upstairs to her bedroom. What did she do? She went upstairs to her bedroom and pulled her piggy bank. So in this case, piggy bank means you have your own till at your house. Till means T-I-L-L. It is a place where you collect the money. You have a plastic till or like something where you can put your money and save it. And finally, if it is full, you will break it and take the money. So we call that as a piggy bank in English as well, right? down from its shelf and opened it. So she took the piggy bank and opened it. No coins fell out. There was no coins in it. So what did she do? She put her fingers inside. There's a small hole, right? So you can put the fingers inside, and she felt a single piece of paper. Then she only was able to find one paper. When she took it out carefully, it was a 100 rupee note. She picked it up. So she took the money and ran to the gift store next to the shopping center. So there was a shopping center nearby, and there was a gift store next to that. As she looked at the pretty dishes on other household items, so what was she looking at? She was looking, there were dishes, there were plates, there were beautiful cups and saucers. What did she realize? She understood. She came to know that 100 rupees wouldn't be enough. So you can't buy anything from 100 rupees right now, right? So 100 rupees is a very small amount of money. Wouldn't be enough to buy what she wanted. She wanted to buy something else, but she could not buy what she wanted. Suddenly she saw a pretty red flower. When at that time she saw a red color flower, and it was very beautiful. So on the note it was said the price was 99 rupees. So he was, look, just think of that. You have a flower to be sold and it is 99 rupees, just one flower. So she was like happy. She was thinking, okay, I have 100. So when I give this, he will give me 1 rupee back. So I'll be happy. I will also put this in the tea. So she was thinking all these things. She took the flower to the cashier and gave the 100 rupee note. So the cashier was like looking and asking, is that all the money you have? Is that all the money you have right now? Because Sandhani is a very small girl. She's asking, is it all that you have? Yes, she said. Just enough to buy this present for my mother. She's saying, yes, this is enough to buy this present for my mother. So what does he say? I am sorry, dear. This gift cost more than what you have. With sales tax, it costs 108 rupees. Now you can see, especially when you want to buy some stuff, let's say that let's speak about data packages. So that way you will be able to understand. If you want to activate a data package through internet, it will cost you like something, for example, let's say that it is costing you 250 rupees or something plus tax. So with tax it will be like 350 or something. If you have a active whatever satellite connection or something at your house, the package will be 500 or 350 or 1000 whatever. With tax it will be 1995 or something. So similarly, the sales tax is added here. So it is 99 rupees, but there is a percentage. With sales tax, with 10% or something, it is 108 rupee. Sandhani felt tears gathering in her eyes. So she was bulging up. So she was very sad. She did not understand sales tax because she did not know what is tax or anything, because she is very small, right? If you ask somebody from grade 5 or grade 6 or 7, 8, 9, even sometimes 10 and 11, what is sales tax, you might not know. Even though many of the students, you also might not know what sales tax is. So she did not know what sales. She was thinking it is only 99. Now he is asking 108 rupees. How can I give 108? All she understood was that she would not be able to give that beautiful present to her mother. She did not understand sales, but she understood, okay, I can't buy that flower to my ammi or umma or whatever. So she was very sad about that, right? Now look. The bonus is here. Underline the most suitable answer. You do not have to write anything. You just have to underline. And if you could underline properly, all, you will get the full marks. First one. Whose birthday falls in October? Is it Sandhani's? No. Is it Sandhani's younger sister's? No. Is it Sandhani's mother's? Yes. Because on October, his elder sisters came and they said, happy birthday, mother. Not happy birthday, Sandhani, right? So the answer is Sandhani's mother. What was Sandhani doing when her sisters arrived? Was she getting ready for the birthday? No, because she has forgotten. Was she having lunch? No, she was getting ready for lunch, right? So she was preparing the piggy table. How much money did the piggy bank have? So in her till or in her bank, how much did she have at her house? Is it less than 100? No. Is this more than 100? No, she had only one note. What is that note? 100 rupee note. So exactly 100 rupee. Next, the gift that Samini selected was what? Is it red flower, pretty dish, or a household item? You will understand that she was looking at pretty dishes, but they were very expensive, more money. So what did she do? She just took a red flower. That was her selection, but she didn't buy. The word realized means, what is realized? Guessed, understood, doubted. Realized means came to understand. So the word is understood. So children, in today we have discussed 4 different papers, 16, 17, 18 and 19 for a start. And also we have gone through this particular, model paper as well. So in that case also you would have understood a lot of things. And I hope that this was helpful for you in one way or the other, so that you would have understood how to understand the passages, how to read those passages. Now look children, within 1 hour we have done more work than we usually do, which means we have done 4 papers and 1 extra paper as well. So that means I believe that most of you will have time to study this stuff. If you have your past papers, please just go through that. If not, download the past paper. You can always go to, I'll just show you the website. This is the website. The first one is the website, sites.google.com/view/Winhas Academy. I have given this website to you in your invitation link. The first link that I sent you can find this here. The website is there. You can go click on this and go to the website and find the 2016, 17, 18 and 19 papers. Download them and please practice those papers children. And also you can go to the YouTube video channel in this case, and then go and click and see what is happening and what is not. So that will also help you to go through the resources clearly. Additionally, I would like to argue that you can go to Google Translate, translate.google.com. I am not promoting anything, I am just telling. And then you would be able to understand this stuff when it comes to this as well, right? So you have different playlists here my dear children. This playlist you can go through. You have your G.C.E O level live sessions are separate, English for a month course is separate. So if you want to go through a quick video, you can just go through this video and understand different concepts. I'm just going to tell you what you should do as to support us. You can just select any of the videos that is here, whatever the video that's here. Don't worry my dear children. Suppose that this is the video that you want to select, you can just select the video and you're watching the video, right? Please remember to give a thumbs up, like this video please, and so that I will know how many people are watching right now. And at the same time, what you can do, you can share the video, subscribe button will be here, English for a month. And you can also, like, what you can do is you can share this video. You can click share and then you can share it into Facebook, WhatsApp, whatever that is there. Please do that my dear children, so that it will be a huge support for me as well, and it will be a support for all of the people who are doing this work beyond. And also go to this web page, so that it will be easy for you to understand concepts. And I have made it into an order, like test 1, test 2, test 3, picture description, everything is in order. So if whatever the test that you want to study, it is there. So don't worry my dear children. For example, if you want to study reported speech and passive voice, you can click on this and it will come to reported speech and passive voice, right? So in this case, what you can do, you can just play it and you can see the short video. The long video we have not done yet. The short video is what you get in our 1 month course. You can click on that and understand the concepts as well my dear children. So it will be useful and beneficial for you. After today's lesson, please watch this video as well as you have time. You can go to our website and search for that. You can just click on understand a text, this particular video, and then you can watch it here. Or you can go to our YouTube channel, Winhas Academy. In that also you have test number O level 7. Click on test number 7. You can see this thumbnail, how to answer a text, basic test number 7. Click on this. like that video, subscribe, share, and that will also help me and essentially you as well, so that you will be able to get the short version, the summary version of what we did. Okay children, that's all for today. I hope to see you again tomorrow. Bye bye. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu.